Okay, so now I'm back. Now, the thumbnail that I just had for the last video that I made with the voodoo doll and the needle sticking out of it, it's basically symbolizing like how I felt inside. How I felt inside when I had a day for Valentine's Day. Well, I thought I did a long time ago, back when I was 23, and this guy stood me up. That's how I felt inside. It's like the stick pins in the voodoo doll symbolizes how hurt I was. I was extremely, extremely upset. Okay, so because it's like, I don't understand what he gonna sit up there and call my mom the next day. Well, he called me the next day and my mom answered the phone and say, well, I want to apologize to her, but I had to work late and I worked the graveyard shift, and that's why I couldn't make it in time enough to come over there for our date. And like, my mom was living at the time, R.I.P., rest in peace to my mom. My mom was like, it's okay, I'm quite sure my daughter is not mad at you. Like, I was laying in that bed listening because she had him on speakerphone. I said, hell, if I'm not, yes I am. Like, once I got up and brushed my teeth and washed my face, my mom was like, Chris says he wants you to call him so he can apologize. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to talk to him. I'm done with him. I'm blocking his number. And I never, ever, ever talked to him ever again after that, because there was really not, I don't care if he did have to work late. It's like, it's based on what he told me. He told me he was going to come and pick me up because we had a date on Valentine's Day. You didn't show up. Okay, so, and then also, my other Valentine's Day date, this was like when I was around 29, and the guy, Damien, who really, he gave me a nice Valentine's Day gift, which it was a big teddy bear, a big basket with candy and cards in it that said I love you, and all that shit didn't mean anything because honestly, at the end of the day, like, you already didn't really, we didn't really do anything for Valentine's Day. I was with him on Valentine's Day, but it's like he hung out in his apartment. And then another thing that was really piercing my heart is like his mom hated me for nothing. She called herself sticking her nose in our business. She was on a house phone listening to me arguing at him. And it's like, lady, like, I couldn't say anything because at the time I thought he and I were going to be together for a long time. And so it was just not her business to put her nose in me and his business and tell me that I don't act like I want to be with her son because I was fussing at her son. Like, bitch, what are you doing listening to our conversation in the first place? And then he says, my mom likes you. I'm like, no, she doesn't. But the thing that really, like, hurt me about him is that he thought that he could hide from me that he was, he had another girlfriend around the same time that he was with me. So he always made sure that he popped up at my house all the time, trying to make sure I didn't have another boyfriend, which I didn't when I was with him. He was the only one. But for my sister to tell me that she saw him with somebody else, that broke my heart almost to the point where I thought I had to go and see a psychiatrist, like, because I was just thinking about hurting myself, slitting my wrist and everything, because I was really in love with that person. And for that to happen and for him to just do that, that just really, like, hurt me. And the Valentine's Day. My last Valentine's Day date was with the guy, Phoenix Amore from Star Maker. Like, I've been like I've dated and been with dudes that's really like fuck boys. Like, it's always something missing. You have a vehicle to ride in and to take me somewhere in, but he never have any money. Or he have a job in money, but he don't have no car to take me, so we're riding in the vehicle with other people. Like, I don't understand. And I think I celebrated Valentine's Day with another ex-boyfriend, but that turned out to be some bullshit because I got into it with some females that lived in his apartment complex because he was disrespecting me in front of them, and I didn't understand what was the point of all that. I mean, they never did put their hands on me, but they just cursed me out. Pretty much said that they were going to jump me and beat me up. And I was just telling them, fuck you. Do what you got to do. And he was telling them, y'all not going to fuck with her. The whole thing was his fault. But I'm about to end this video. And until then, y'all stay blessed.